Back to me. It's not just a name that I picked for the program because it sounds good, which I really do think it does. It's actually the idea that I had when I found myself being in that situation where I was lost in love, where I didn't recognize myself anymore, where I had this thought that, how did I get here? Who am I? Who was I? How did this happen? What happened between the Anna that was there before, the confident one, the one who made decision easily, the one who gave her heart to this Anna now here, who's so desperate and just ignores so many red flags in order to prove and keep other people happy. That wasn't me. And I decided when I ended that relationship with my ex-partner who was an alcoholic, that I wanted to come back to me. I wanted to love myself again, accept myself again, find out who is that person and what do I need. And from that, this course, this module, these sessions that you will go through, that's what came out of it in the end, many years later. But nevertheless, what happened to me in that relationship and after is the reason why I want you to know all of these things that I'm sharing with you. And I have that deep hope that it will give you what you need, because everyone is different. And what I needed isn't probably not what you need, because you are so different. But there are steps that I went through and that I believe that you should go through to find what you need and to get what you need and to create that relationship with yourself and your current partner or future partner that you want and desire and definitely deserve. Because I did that, and so can you. So this course is for you. That's why you're here. And just a quick introduction of what to expect and how to use this course, because we have 3 modules: the Recognize, Reconnect, and Rebuild. We start with Recognize because working with so many clients and going through it myself, I know how important it is that you recognize your thought and behavioral patterns. And we do that without shaming, blaming, judging, or feeling bad about ourselves. Now, that might be a stretch to start with. I get that. But nevertheless, I want you to try. And throughout the module, you will learn how to do that. So we start with Recognize. Then comes Reconnect. In Reconnect, you find your way back to you. What do you need? And when we come to Rebuild, that's when we rebuild this specifically the connection and the relationship with your partner. But the first 2 modules, they are for you alone, just for you, no one else. And you will find that after the first module, there will be changes in your life, in your relationship, in the way you treat yourself and in the way you treat others. And that will be positive change. So there's something to look forward for. Nevertheless, it could be hard, particularly if you realize patterns that you didn't know before, that you don't like, that you want to get rid of, that you feel ashamed of. It's hard sometimes to accept that realization and make it okay. But again, there are sessions where you will learn to do that. So don't fear. I would want you to be aware that when you become aware, it might be a bit tricky to start with, but it might also not be tricky. It might be like easy going for you because you see it as a fine by me, let's do this. But we're all different. And if you go through the modules quickly, I would like to ask you to come back and go through them again. If you got the time, if you give yourself the time, do one session per week so that you have enough time to do the exercises, but also let your brain do the magic and become aware even more, to just recognize, because you will learn something with each session. And I've done online courses, and you want to go through them as quickly as possible because you want to see the results as quick as possible. I totally get that. But like I said, every session will teach you something. And when you finish the first module, there will be change already. But we want the lasting change. And in order to get that, the things that we learn, the awareness that we create and expand needs to become a foundation. And that takes time. Your brain takes time to go through it and say, okay, what is this? What do we do with it? How do we use it? Oh, here's a different situation. How can we use it here? It just takes time. So I would like to encourage you to give yourself this time. You have access to this course, probably for many years. So you can come back at any time, however you want to do it. And I would like you to be open and curious about anything that you hear from my side. And that is my truth. That is my experience. That is what is true for my clients. That's not the universal truth. It's my experience that I'm sharing with you. So don't get offended if you have a different opinion. Listen to it, stay curious, and see how it maybe works for you or maybe it doesn't. But stay open and curious. And it might become uncomfortable because there might be triggers that get set off during the sessions. And that's okay. If you get this feeling that you just want to stop and finish and don't ever want to come back to this course, to this program, that's fine. Do that in that moment. And then give yourself some time and come back. Because it's a big part of growing to deal with the uncomfortableness, the discomfort. That's the right word. So that's something that you will hear a lot as well. Me trying to be good English speaking, but it's not happening. But I try. So there will be discomfort. That's okay. In order to grow, you need to sit with the discomfort. You need to breathe it in, breathe it out, shake it off. That's how you grow. But if in that moment you get triggered and want to leave, do that. Give yourself that space. Just don't forget to come back. And of course, we have the live classes, we have the live coaching. If you need support, come there, get there, and we'll help you. So what else do I want to tell you? Try and evaluate. That's a good point that I've written down here, because sometimes we believe that when we get a solution or like a technique, like this is the go-to. Like I will introduce you to the gap philosophy. I want you to use it as a go-to tool because it's easy, it's simple. And if you try it and you feel like this is just not working for me, then evaluate. What is the reason behind the not working for me? Is there a trigger that holds me back? Is there something else that it reminds me of or that I'm struggling with? That's what I mean when I say evaluate. Don't just put it away and say it's not working. Evaluate it to find for yourself at least the reason to why this isn't working for you. Because sometimes when we have that discomfort, it's easier to say it's not working because we give away our responsibility, we give away our power and say, you're the one who didn't make it right. And that's not what we're doing here. We're taking all the responsibility. And as a last part, the most important one is to remember that you are the only person in your life you will spend the rest of your life with 24/7. And that idea in itself and that perspective, keep that in mind, that the most important relationship you have in your life is the one with yourself. So let's try and make that one the best one you ever had. And when that's happening, all the other relationships will fall into place. Doesn't mean they stay, doesn't mean there won't be change, but everything will happen for the best of you. And that brings me to the end of your introduction to my course. And I'm by your side, virtually. And of course, anytime you want to get in touch with me, send me a message, get in touch, and I'll do my best to help you move forward.